Now, I promise this tactic works. We are top of the championship, and this is what I've done to get us there. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 12th episode of the FM23 West Brom Save with me, Raxo FM, where today we are playing up against Burnley and then Coventry City, a team that of course is very good and a team that is less very good, but two very interesting games at home, as of course we are top of the table, could continue to build on our incredible form. We have not lost a single game, and I am going to show you the tactic that I have used to do exactly that. If you are excited for that though, please make sure you do smash the like button on today's video, as well as subscribing to the Rax FM YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content just like this. Can we please smash whatever like target you can give me today? And let's jump into the tactic. So, the tactic looks like this. We have Brewster up top, Cantwell, Almada, Aribo, Ryder, then we've got Amir, Sanchez, Anthony, Holgate, Terzic, and Lafont. I would love to be starting Mr. Amy because I'm playing very well, but he is suspended at the moment. So it is basically just a gegenpress with an attacking cam, and realistically, it's nothing too special. You just got to tweak the tactic with the gegenpress to see what suits you. And as you can see here, it's getting some seriously decent results. We have not lost a single game this year, as I said before. We've drawn 2 here. Weren't the best draws, but we performed poorly and we still came away with the results. And I think one of the best things about this tactic is it can easily switch down into this to give you a bit more of a defensive-minded approach if you are feeling nervous against one of the teams you're versing. So this is why I'd go within the championship from now on. I wouldn't mess about with anything else. Yeah, this is definitely working. But jumping into what has actually happened since last time we saw each other, as I said, played a lot of games. All of these games to be exact, and only drawing 2 of them is very good. Losing in the Carabao Cup, not that gutted about that, and our team is certainly performing quite well. I've also brought in some transfers since last time we saw each other. Hold on, I think I've just spoiled things that have gone on. I haven't even told you about Amy. Who's Amy? Amy is a youngster that we picked up for £12 million. Oh my goodness, why am I clickbaiting with tactics? I should be clickbaiting with transfers. Boys and girls, we've made some incredible transfers. Amy's coming for 12.75, 5-star potential, a 3-star current ability, very expensive signing, but a very good signing at the same time. Who else? Have I told you about Billy Gilmore? I'm pretty sure I have. Billy Gilmore's still in the club, obviously. George Sanchez joins as our right back after we sold Furlong. I know I definitely told you about that. I'm sure I told you about Casale too. Actually, I don't think we really sold anyone. Yeah, no, we haven't sold anyone since the last time we saw each other. But Sanchez, really good player. 3-star current ability, but his stats definitely tell a different story. We are paying him a lot of money, but I really needed a decent right back, and he fits the bill perfectly. Then we brought in a central midfielder as a bit of cover, and he comes on a free, so nothing too special there. And Biscoff comes in, 2.5-star, 5-star potential ability. We're paying none of his wages on loan, and we could potentially buy him for £8.8 million because he's got a release clause. So it's basically like a loan trial to see if he's good enough, and he's been playing kind of well when I've given them some chances. So I think I probably will activate that 8.8 mil at the end because we still have 19 mil left to spend and a huge wage budget. I've also managed to do some incredible deals with some of our players that wanted to leave the club, like Holgate. He's stayed, no release clause anymore. Chuffed about that. Almada, I believe I've gotten rid of his. No, I have not. No, I have not. I've tried to get rid of his, but it hasn't worked. Ryder has, though. I'm certain of that. No release clause apart from a massive one now, so cannot complain about that at all. I'm sure there was one other player that I got rid of their release clause. Can't remember who. Oh, yes, Lafont. Crucial signing for us. Now, no release clause at all. Committing his future to the club. And I think I'm not too worried about the players that are actually still with release clauses. We've got Almada, who now actually I'm quite nervous about that. I don't really want him to go. Same with Cantwell, actually. Neither of them will contract negotiate, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I am nervous. But Ceballos has one, and I'm not really nervous about him, to be honest. He's got quite a big release clause. He doesn't even really start for us. So I guess now we can just jump into the games. We've not really got an insane top goal scorer at the moment to report on that if you're curious. Brewster's been out a couple of times, but he's still scored 5 goals and gotten 1 assist. He's doing decent. He's nothing too insane. And Dike's got 6 goals and 1 assist, but I do kind of back Brewster ahead of him. We just know his stats are a lot better. So let's just jump into the first game of the episode. I've rambled on for long enough now, but I do back us to win this game. I say but so much. Like, I just won't know what to say, and so I'll chuck in a but. It really annoys me. I hope that you guys don't notice it as much as I do, because I really notice it. This is the team that we're going with, obviously. We'd love to have the man Amy back into the centre-back position, but hey, what can you do? And actually, I've just realised it's not pronounced Dike. It's pronounced... Oh, someone commented. I'm trying to find my phone. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Someone commented. It was a great comment. I replied to it, though. I'm worried that it's Dike. Dike. Doesn't sound correct, but apparently, according to that guy, it's Dike. So apologies for mispronouncing Dike's name for the entire time. Well, Dike's name for the whole time. So welcome to the club, Dike. I've now officially learnt how to pronounce your name, so I'll try and lock that into my brain to remember. But for now, focusing on this game at hand, and Dike isn't even on the starting 11. Brewster, of course, starting striker for us. I think he's going to do a good job eventually. Right now, 5 goals from 9 appearances. It's not terrible, but I do kind of want a couple more from my striker. But of course, a couple of injuries, a couple of bad performances here and there. It's nothing to worry about when you've got Almada, Aribo, Cantwell, even the midfielders popping up with a couple of goals here and there. So we do have goals from elsewhere, but of course you do want your central striker putting them into the back of the net. And of course, Dike can do a great job when he comes onto the pitch. I hope I'm now saying that correctly. That does sound incorrect, but I'm backing what the guys said in the comments, so hope it is. Please let me know down in the comment section below if it's not pronounced Dike, because he said D-E-K-A-Y. That seems like DK to me, so I'm going with DK. Holgate on the ball, playing it into Terzic. The stats are definitely in Burnley's favour, which isn't great, considering the fact that this is a tactical video, and I'm telling you how good this tactic is, but we have managed to score, and that is why I don't want Almada sold, because he is a really good player. And I think he's probably maxing out pretty close to his potential right now, which is a little disappointing, but equally, it does show how good he is for this league. You know, like, he's maxed out potential. We all know how good Almada can be when he's maxed out on potential, and he's in the championship. You know, like, I feel like that is frightening for a lot of other teams. Like, his stats are so good. According to this, he can still get a wee bit better, but he's just a world-class player already. I love him. I want to keep him around, obviously. Same with Cantwell. Cantwell's playing so well in that left-wing position. Aribo okay on that right-hand side, but it's weird, because I always switch between him and Gray, but then Grant's always on the bench. Like, Grant never gets a start, but he's always on the bench. It's just weird. I back Aribo and then Gray to start, but then I back Grant to be the super sub. I feel like that is absolutely mental, but also kind of makes sense to a degree. We're going to bring off some tired players, so Gilmore's going to come on. Great player for us recently. Absolutely stoked to have him in the team permanently. Almada's also looking tired, so I don't want to... Yeah, okay, you know, it was... What did I do? What did I click? Yeah, I don't want... There we go. Almada, let's get Grant on and switch that around just to get him in the right position. Cantwell will probably appreciate a bit of time in Cam as well, because he is, in my opinion, most suited to that role based off his stats. And he seems to perform decently when I put him in that role. But left wing, of course, as I just said, he's doing a good job, and so I'm not going to really fiddle with it too much, especially when Almada is playing as well as he is right now in that central attacking midfield spot. Although Brewster not doing quite as well in that striker spot at this current moment in time. I do back him, I really do, but I think he just needs a bit of confidence, a couple of goals, and then he'll just start firing. It will click at some point. Hasn't clicked quite yet in this game, even with that shot. It is a very decent shot, but it's not too hard for the goalkeeper to get to it. I like that he's got it low, but it does need to be more in a corner if it's really going to be troubling the goalkeeper from that kind of range. Grant's on the ball. I think the highlight's going to end unless Gilmore finds a moment of magic, loses it to Cork, and now I'm definitely hoping that the highlight ends, and I think it's going to, so I'm just going to make a tactical substitution. It's going to be Anthony, who's been really, really good. Really, really good for us. Considered to be a good Premier League player. Like, yeah, no, he's very good. And I'm also going to bring Dike on, because Brewster, again, he needs to know he's not able to perform like this. Dike is on the bench. He's ready to go whenever I want him. And to be honest, as a super sub, he does such a good job. I think something about his pace and just having fresh legs. He's always match fit as well. He just manages to get some great opportunities and finish them off whenever he comes onto the pitch. So I'm hoping that he can do that today. As we hit the woodwork there, Grant tries to whip it into the back of the net, but he can't quite, obviously, from that angle. Hitting the woodwork is a pretty good accomplishment, but we'd love to see it go 2-0 up. For one, the win, and two, so I can say that my tactical advice actually makes a bit of sense with evidence based off what's happening in this game. Holgate's on the ball, trying to find someone. He does find Dike, heads it down to Camp. Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm chuffed we've scored. I'm chuffed Campbell scored. I'm also chuffed that Dike has got the assist. But that is some of the worst goalkeeping I've seen in Football Manager this year. And I've seen some dodgy Football Manager goalkeeping, but outside of the box, it's coming right at him. I don't know what he's done. He's kind of slipped and he's tried to hit it with one hand. He's made it. He's had a mare. He's had an absolute mare. Terrible decision. And I'm going to make my last decision of the game. Hopefully it's not a terrible decision. It's going to be Zortier to come on for Sanchez. We're going to be all good, boys and girls. Come on. 2-0 win is a decent result against a very good Burnley side. But obviously, we are much better. 8 points clear of Brighton, who at the start of the season were predicted to finish top of the table for good reason. It is Brighton in the Championship. Like, I mean, we all know how good they are in real life currently. They're probably just as good in the Championship as they are in real life right now. So, you know, it's an impressive feat to be that far clear at this point in the season. 14 games unbeaten. Yeah, we're very good at the moment. We are very good, and we deservedly look like we're going to get promoted this year. That is why I am racing through these games. I'm not going to waste your time. You know, I'm keen to get back into the Prem too. We deserve to. Well, we don't deserve. We did deserve to get relegated, but we right now are showing that we deserve to be in the Prem. So the next episode will probably be back around this Brighton game. Actually, that's perfect. And probably Middlesbrough too to wrap up the end of the transfer window. But of course, I'm still playing this commentary game. Don't click off yet. Let's jump into it. Let's simulate forward. Let's get another win on camera. Absolutely stat pad. And hopefully, Brewster can score a goal to keep Dike out of the starting lineup. I want like a convincing as win here. Like no two ways about it. Just big win here. That's what we're looking for. W's left, right, and centre. Well, I guess we can only get one W really, but you know what I mean. Like I want a big win, is what I'm saying. Holgate's going to come in. Amy's going to come in. I don't think I'm saying that correct either. He's Italian. There's no way he's called Amy. It's just. I'm not saying it correct. If anyone knows, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll probably pronounce it correct in episode number 20 because I pre-recorded so much because I'm addicted to this game, but I'm not addicted to uploading, which sounds bad actually, but I just know that eventually I'm not going to be addicted to this game, and then I have a catalogue of stuff that I can upload. Okay, I'm going to chuck Gray onto the bench because I just feel like that. See, I know they're on the bench now because now I can chuck a Rebo onto the bench as another central midfield option. Genius. Here we go. All right, let's jump into it. The same team, apart from Amy and Tobias coming in. I'd really like to know how to say this, actually. I'm Googling it. Italian pronunciation of Amy. A-M-E-Y, obviously. Oh, but there's a YouTube video of it. Here we go. I hope you can hear it. It is... Sorry? Amlay. There's a sneaky Alan there apparently. Amlay. We'll go with that. Amlay is in our team. I still feel like I'm saying it wrong, so please let me know down in the comment section below if you actually know. Amlay. We'll go with it. Alright. We've done very well. Let's keep doing very well. That's basically what I've said. And it motivates them every time. It's the thing, you know, the media. Anytime you can talk about the media, talk about the media. And it's the same with if you got beaten by the team, if you owe them for last time, They love it. They eat it up every time. I'm a bit sick of it, Football Manager. It is. Well, no, I'm not really, actually. It's very easy to get your team motivated. I quite like it, actually. But equally, has been the same for 4 years running. I'm sure players, after I say, for the 7th game in a row, the media have been saying we're doing well, probably not going to care anymore. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. All right, 15 minutes gone. 3 shots to us. Obviously, we just saw the first highlight, but Gray sort of skied it. Not quite the top bin curler they did against Manchester City. I guess when this comes out, probably a couple of weeks ago. But when I'm recording this, very, very recently. But here he is. Plays it through to Cantwell. Almada's in, and he scores. No offside, no offside, no offside. It's a terrible wee mistake by the goalkeeper and the defenders, and just general Coventry City stuff there. Because Gray slots it through, Cantwell gets it through, and it should be intercepted. It's not. The goalkeeper comes out into no man's land, and Almada can just pass it into a huge gap in the back of the net. And Cantwell doesn't even get an assist for it. You know what? I feel bad for him there, but I don't feel bad for Almada because he has once again put the ball into the back of the net. Great signing he was, and he's proving that he is too good for this level. I think he's got a huge shout to be the player of the year at the end of the season. But for now, we're focusing, again, another but. We're focusing on the rest of this game. And it is half-time. Not quite the insane domination I was hoping for. And again, not the insane performance I've seen. I'm wanting from Brewster. I'm trying not to say but. However, it is still a lead. And you've got to take a lead. As Brewster tries to win the header here, it's gone just over the bar. Didn't really understand what happened there. The camera cut, I think, exactly as he hit the ball. Which was not a convenient time for the camera to cut. Cantwell's not playing that great. Lays on the ball. Into Sanchez eventually. Into Gray. Gray trying to find Almada. It's not a good pass, Gray. It's just not, is it? Anthony into Ceballos. Almada plays it through to Cantwell. Yeah, that's going to be your last contribution of the game, mate. Like, I love you. I actually do love you. But that is just horrific. It's very, very bad. Actually, let's give this a whirl. Because I know that Brewster can play on the wings. So let's give him a whirl in that position. Play Dike up top. And I also feel the need to make another substitution. So it's going to be Gilmore for Ryder. Ryder's not done that much in this game. And Gilmore is a player that deserves a bunch of game time because he is so good. And we just have amazing midfield options. Ceballos as well. Another player that doesn't start. Probably deserves to start a couple more games. But we just have really good players in those positions. So it makes it difficult to rotate it. Let's go Anthony instead of... Holgate instead of Anthony, and Zortia instead of Terzic. It's definitely not the dominant, insane, massive goal-scoring performance I wanted to see. Almada has probably picked up a knock or something, so he's coming straight off now. But it is a win. It is going to be a win. I'm very, very confident they are not going to score a goal in the last couple of minutes with that XG, with those amount of shots. We're going to win this game, but I would have liked it to be at least 1 or 2 or 3 goals more than we've scored. So let's hope. The hope's not over. We could score here. They could score too, which would be very horrific because I've just said I'm 100% certain that's not going to happen. But obviously it could happen at any point in time. It's not going to happen when we're having shots, but equally we're not going to score anymore if we have shots like that. 4 minutes of additional time. They're on the ball in our half. I am slightly worried, I have to say. It is a little frightening. Sanchez picks it up. Still massively in our half though. Lafont clears it long. They could win the knockdown. They do, in fact, win the knockdown. But Brewster picks it up pretty comfortably. And now he's got the ball in the right position. Plays it into a Rebo. Dike to finish his dinner. I think he's done it and in an onside position. I think I've got to start him in the next game. And it's not Dike, it's Dike. Dike has finished his dinner. I think I've got to start him. Brewster needs to know that he can not score when I'm bringing this man on at the 60-minute mark every game, and he finishes his dinner. Unless you score now, Brewster, in which case I will consider keeping you in the team. But I have a feeling we're just seeing the final highlight. Unless you smash it in here. No, it's just wide of the target. But I'm happy with that now. 2-0 looks a lot better than 1-0. 1-0 looks like we've struggled. 2-0 looks like we've dominated, but just not quite had insane finishing boots on today. And I can live with that. I cannot live with them looking like they were in the game until the last minute, because that's just not what has happened. And that should be the final whistle. And that should be the 3 points, and that should be the end of this episode. If you guys have enjoyed it, I'm doing my recap already because I'm so confident it's going to be over in a second. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button. If you want to keep seeing this content, subscribe. Turn on notifications if you want to be the first person to see all the content. We're 8 points clear of the top team, Brighton. We are a decent squad at this current point in time. Emily has appreciated the fact that I've learned how to say his name and got a star performance rating. 15 games unbeaten. Everything good. See you for the January transfer window. Have a great time. See ya.